Hi, I'm Mariella and welcome to my YouTube channel. And I've waited about like 7 or 8 years to say that, but we are finally here and it's better late than never. So let's get into this. This is my first ever YouTube video and I told myself this would be raw and I would do this in one take. So we are going to try to stick to that because trying to be perfect is the mentality that hindered me in the first place. So it took me 7 to 8 years to even kickstart this era and this journey, but I finally did it and it feels right and I'm so excited. So I just got my first vlogging camera. It is so nice. I got the Canon G7X Mark III. I feel like there is no better way than to get to know someone than a get ready with me. So we're gonna do a little get ready with me today so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. And I'm just another Boston blogger, so I'm here to tell you all things Boston wellness, beauty, luxury, anything that you guys want to see, let me know. We are gonna get started with the world's most simple makeup look. I'm sitting at my vanity right now and just gonna tell you guys about myself while I do this makeup look. So let's get started. Also, this is my most like natural state. I just washed my hair. I'm in my robe, my bathrobe. I'm like always in my bathrobe. That's how we're gonna start my YouTube video. First and foremost, my name is Mariella and I am 24 years old. I do live in the Boston area. I live like 30 minutes outside of the city. So I live in Massachusetts. I was born and raised in Massachusetts. I like the East Coast, but it definitely has its cons. I was born and raised in this area. I am the youngest of 4. I have 3 other older siblings, and I love being the youngest. I think it's fun. I think it definitely has its advantages. One of my sisters and I have 2 sisters and a brother. We are actually Irish twins, which means that we were born exactly a year apart. We have the same birthday, which is kind of crazy. We are only 1 year apart. We have the same exact birthday. So her and I are really close, but she did move away like 2 years ago already. So she is on the West Coast. I'm in the East Coast, so it's been hard. I went to school with my sister, switched schools in middle school. I went to middle school in a different town, but in middle school and high school, I was in marching band. I played trumpet. So I do know how to play instruments. When I was younger, I played the guitar and then I learned how to play the trumpet. So I played the trumpet for like 10 years. I was very good at it, or I was good at it. I was not bad. And then when I got into high school, I did marching band. So I was definitely like a little band geek in high school, which I loved. I loved being in marching band, to be honest. It was insane and I hated it at the time because it was a lot of work, but looking back, it was like one of the best things I did and I'm really grateful for it. So I was a little band geek and then I dragged my sister into playing an instrument when she was in middle school. So we did band together and it was really fun. I'm already talking so much about my sister. This is supposed to be about me. I do miss her and high school was definitely fun having her around and doing like the same things. I started working when I was like 15. I worked the public school system, so I worked at an after school program, and then over time I ended up managing the after school program. I worked in childcare for like 7.5, almost 8 years, and so I'm really grateful for that experience. I quit that job last year, so I worked in childcare up till last year, 2022. Last year I entered the corporate world, which was like a no for me. I was there for about 6 months. I was like, this is not for me. I actually studied English in college, so I was an English major. I studied journalism and professional writing. So I currently have a degree in journalism and professional writing. My current goals are to work within social media. So PR marketing, social media management, anything along those lines. I actually started posting a lot more and taking social media seriously in like 2018, 2019. I always had a knack for like wanting to take pictures and take videos, and then in 2019, I actually realized that there is a niche. At the time, I'm like, okay, Instagram is for photos and photos of yourself and photos of whatever. And then I realized that people were actually having Instagram accounts dedicated to skincare. I've been like a skincare fanatic since I was really young. My mom was always into skincare, facials. When I was in high school, my skin was kind of like breaking out and I'm like, what can I do? What is the best thing you can do for your skin? And I just went in a deep rabbit hole into like the skincare world. And then I realized, wow, people actually have Instagram accounts dedicated to just skincare, right? So then I was like, I want to do that. So essentially I created a Instagram page called sheet face, because at the time sheet masks were really popular. Like anything K-beauty, Korean beauty, and like sheet masks, masking was really like popular and in. So I have an Instagram called sheet face. What I didn't know was that that was kind of gonna get me so many opportunities. Then I had a personal Instagram dedicated to like just vlogging my life, so beauty, wellness, a lot of wellness. But then on sheet face it was skincare. I started taking like really great shots of skincare products, and that's how I started getting PR originally for skincare and beauty products. That page, I think I reached, you know, around 2,000 or 3,000 followers. Regardless, when I had lower followers, I still had a lot of engagement. At the time, Instagram was like popping and people were still engaging with each other and supporting each other, and I had this community of girls that also just had skincare pages, and so we would all literally chit chat all day long, massive group chat, and just support each other. Can you imagine that? I feel like it is so rare to find that these days. And I know there are like content groups, but at the time, like we ended up doing a Secret Santa one year, like virtually. Like we just sent each other gifts. We were always talking, always checking in on each other, and we knew about each other's personal lives, and like we became besties, and we all formed like individual friendships. And so that was what was most rewarding about that skincare community at the time. The skincare and beauty community was like this really beautiful, flourishing thing. Then over time, the vibe shifted, and not like the vibe within the group of the girls I knew, but just overall. Over time, there was just like tea. There was so much shit coming out about certain brands. So then it was girls like, oh, if you use this brand, I'm judging you basically. And then people got kind of judgy about like what brands people were using, promoting, and accepting for PR and all of that. It just got harder. During the pandemic, I was on top of that page. Like I was on there every day, content, taking pictures, and it was fun until it wasn't. It kind of felt like a job, and I didn't want social media to feel that way. I wanted to have like a passion for it, right? I've been mostly just on TikTok. I don't really post on Instagram that much, which I want to, because I want it to be like the fun social media platform that it once was. TikTok can also be exhausting, and I'm trying hard right now not to look at other people's content, because I feel like over time, the last 3 years, that's what's gotten me to post less, is looking at other people's content, looking at what I could do, looking at what I'm not doing, and what my content could be or should be. And it's just a lot to take in. It's a lot to consider, and it just feels like a lot in general. I was honestly getting overwhelmed, and I didn't want to be overwhelmed with social media, because I know that deep down I like social media. I just like creation, and I know that there is a negative connotation behind the word influencer and content creator, and it feels so like almost superficial, but it's not. It's a job, and it's a job that people have and enjoy, and I mean that's what it is at the end of the day. And for the most part, we're having fun, right? So I'll be honest and say that I know exactly what I want this YouTube channel to be for my audience, but at the end of the day, I'm never gonna know what it'll turn out as. But all I know is that I want it to be successful, and I want it to be fun, and I want it to be different. I want people to feel like really inspired and really good about themselves. And honestly, not doing something that you said you were gonna do is just like disrespect to yourself, and you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to disrespect yourself. If you wouldn't disrespect people that you love and people that you're close to, why would you do it to yourself, right? So I just finally was like, I need to do this for myself, because I said I was gonna do it and I haven't done it, and that's just like blatant disrespect to myself. I want this channel to be fun. Starting off with this very first video, this is one take. I'm not redoing this. If it's shitty, then I'm gonna look back and be like, oh, look at my first video, and I'll be really humble about it. It's really hard to focus on your makeup when you're talking. There is plenty about me that I know you guys are gonna get to know over time. It's gonna be a fun journey. Another fun fact, most recent fact, is I just got a puppy, right? He's crying downstairs because he can hear me. Yeah, I just got a new puppy, so if you do hear him, he's gonna be in a lot of videos, because you're either gonna hear him or you're gonna see him. But it's so cute. His name is Boomy, right? He's a mini poodle. He's like the small, cutest little thing. I got him like 2 months ago. He's currently 3 months, so he's just a little baby. I named him Boomy after a character in Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if you are a big fan of Avatar, if you know, you know. Another fun fact is I recently went blonde. I just washed my hair. Clearly, I'm not naturally blonde. You can already see my roots. Okay, I think this is the final look. It is simple, but I was going for really light and really glowy. Thank you for tuning into my first video. I'm so excited to start this journey. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.